The following presentation is for mature audiences only.
Who are you?
He's a fine man.
All hell is broken loose.
He's a great broadcaster.
He's a very powerful guy. Absolutely brilliant.
Feared by men, adored by women. He's a smart boy. It's patriotic.
It's no big deal.
It's the end of the world. I might as well tell you now. He's a monkey.
And how you doing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? Welcome in to another edition of The Wyldeside with Eric Clark. I am your host, Eric Clark, saying thank you for taking time out of your busy day being awesome to hang out with us on the east side of Music City, USA. Make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel. Hit that notification button for the live stream. Smash the like button. And if you want to help me out with the algorithm, do me a favor when you're done watching the video, throw some horns down in the comment section. Don't have to type out a sentence. Horns up down in the comment section. The more comments I get, the better it helps me in the algorithm. So do me that. Throw me some horns. And if you have a song suggestion, if there's a song, band, or a video, something you want me to check out, the best place to get me your suggestion is over at the Discord server. Left-hand side, YouTube reaction requests. Read the pinned message. Drop a link, a brief description. I'll get to it when I can. Today's Discord suggestion is coming from Dave Richards. I have his autographed copy of his book right over there. Dave Richards said, hey, man, jump in the Wayback Machine and head back to a band called Magnum. Now, this is one of those situations where I go, I know who they are. Like, I know who they are, and I think I've seen them live. Going back through my ticket stubs, yes, I believe I saw Magnum open for Ozzy in, like, 83, 82 or 83. God, that was so long ago. That was so long ago. Thanks, Dave, for that. But the album is called Chase the Dragon. They released it, I believe, early of 82, Chase the Dragon. And today we're taking the track Sacred Hour. Now, lead singer Tony Clarkin, I believe, passed away in January of this year. So Magnum will not be putting out any more music. But this track is from their third album, which was the first to feature the keyboard player you're going to see here. Can't remember his name. So let me know down below with everything I need to know about Magnum, your memories, and the track Sacred Hour as suggested by Dave Richards here on the Wyldeside. Let's get in the Wayback Machine. Here we go. What's his name? You guys are screaming it at me right now. I know. Guitar player. That's right, guitar player Tony Clarkson. Sorry.
All of my dreams that fell through and had tasted so sour take second place in my mind for this one sacred hour. Still I've been moved for so long by the can hear them calling. There's a crowd applauding. If it's real, I like the feeling. If I'm wrong, who am I deceiving?
Nice drumming. What a great rock song. It was, by the way, that is Magnum, Sacred Hour, recorded in Birmingham Town Hall, Birmingham, sorry. Here we say Birmingham, over there they say Birmingham. 1992, as suggested by Dave Richards. Apologize about answering the text. It was for my son. So if it weren't for my son, I wouldn't answer the text, but just tell him he's getting out of school early. So that is Magnum, Sacred Hour, as suggested by Dave Richards over at the Discord server. So get over there if you have a suggestion for me. And it was the guitar player who passed away in January. That's right. And the name of the keyboard player is musical. Is it Steinway? Mike Steinway? Mark Steinway? I'm gonna yell it out, and you're yelling it at me right now. So great rock song. I don't do labels, right? But you're hearing a lot of influence in this track. You're hearing, the song is recorded in 82. So, or 80, in the 80, 81, 82 era. So when you look at bands that have recorded in that time, you're hearing a different influence. You're hearing a different source of influence than you are listening to modern rock bands. Modern rock bands are influenced by Magnum. Okay, so you hear that. But Magnum is influenced by all this other music because those musicians had a wider scope of influence than musicians do today. And that has to do with your listening habits and how listening habits for people have changed over the past 80 years due to modern music and technology. So when you're listening to a band, Magnum in particular in this case, you're hearing blues, soul, folk, progressive, classical. You're hearing all of it, even though the song is simply structured. It's a rock song. It's a rock song. But the keyboards add that classical element to the foundation. And the guitars come in and they add these really cool, crunchy, heavy riffs while also providing, a lot of sound is coming out of this 5-piece here. It really is. So the way that he's able to do what someone I had a chance to meet with and sit down and chat with named Steve Cropper. Steve Cropper is one of the original, I'm going to play lead guitar and rhythm guitar in the same song. And that's what you hear here. Here. Yeah. Here. You're listening to the track and you say, okay, when it's time for him to take the lead, he takes the lead. When it's time for him to be part of the rhythm section, he goes back to that rhythm section, which is the bass and the drums and the keys when not doing their thing. But the drums really stood out for me here. They really did, considering that this track dropped in 82. Yeah, 82, I think, because I wrote early 80s. Considering that it dropped, the drumming reminded me of like early Twisted Sister. You know, the early examples of heavy drumming without trying to be John Bonham. Yes, that heavy drumming is John Bonham-esque. I get that. But the influence of that was starting to become a focal point in music at this point, so that when you hear that heavy double bass roll into the fills and into the bridges, at the time, that was unique. And it stands out even in a recording in 92 because it's done at the right time. And that's what I mean by the classical influence. The song is structured properly. Everything ebbs and flows in their space perfectly. And it really does give you another example of the spoils of our generation. You know, when you hear a track like Sacred Hour from Magnum and you start to go back through your memories and you're like, oh yeah, that's right. You know, and you start remembering all this stuff. You start to realize that our generation, the generation of, you know, mid-60s, you know, growing up mid-60s to mid-80s, early 90s, we were spoiled. Because Magnum, think about that. They were opening for Ozzy. They could have been headlining at any other time. But during this time, there was just such an overwhelming tsunami of really great blues, prog, psychedelic, folk, soul influenced rock music. And it was always, I'm always amazed by when I go back into the Wayback Machine, thank you, to say, dude, we were just so spoiled to have such quality bands like Magnum out there that you start to, you know, like, wow, man, we really were very, very spoiled. So thank you very much, Dave Richards, for the trip in the Wayback Machine that is Magnum with Sacred Hour. Just a slamming, well put together, well structured, crunchy, hooky, yet light and beautiful song. So thank you very much. Perfect vocals for that track. I think anything other than what that vocalist did in this track would have been too much. He fit it perfectly. This is just a great, straightforward, mainstream rock song. If you, like Dave, have a suggestion for me and you'd like to get me in the Wayback Machine, head over to the Discord server. Left-hand side, YouTube reaction requests, drop a link, a brief description, and I'll get to it when I can. Let me know everything you remember and you know about Magnum down in the comments. And if not anything, horns up. Make sure you throw the horns up down in the comments. Help me out in the algorithm. Also, by clicking the like button and clicking the notification button. You'd really help me out with that. All of our socials are down there from Patreon to PayPal. So thank you very much for taking time out of your busy day to hang out with us on the east side of Nashville. Make sure you're looking out for each other. Make sure you're looking out for your neighbor. Try to do at least one good thing a day. I am Eric Clark, and this is The Wyldeside.